Knock knock. Fuck off! Oh, come on, Gordon. Knock knock. Who's there? Lefties. Oh, fucking hell. Lefties who? Lefty's brain on the floor? Fucking hell. Lately, I've been looking for ways to get jacked frickin' swole. And I came across the world's strongest man competition. Not like these guys, I mean actual strong men. With events designed to test the overall power of these colossal humans. This is a fascinating individual sport featuring challenges such as the Atlas Stones, weight throw, and vehicle pull, as well as many other events that basically look impossible to the normal man or woman. Strong woman. Strong woman. I'm strong. These winners are a perfect example of what someone can achieve with a little hard work, dedication, and a relentless drive for victory. Or you could take advice from Tom Hardy. Just eat pizza. But oh my, what's this? Two of the former competitors and their sleeve tattoos went head to head in a full-on legit boxing match? Oh crap. You mean they couldn't squash their beefs pulling an airplane like normal people? I wonder what started all this nonsense in the first place. Apparently someone tried to cheat their way to victory in the 2017 World's Strongest Man. Now that seems unbecoming of a super athlete, but what do I know? Let's check it out! The three finalists that year were Eddie the Beast Hall, Thor the Mountain from Game of Thrones, and Brian. Brian Shaw is a four-time World's Strongest Man champion and an athlete of biblical proportions. He's also full of tips and info on how to get jacked frickin' proper swole. You can watch his full day of eating, where he doesn't mind telling you that if he doesn't have food, he gets a little hangry. That's great, Brian. Way to let all your followers know it's okay to be a dick if you don't have food to bury. Looks like you and my daughter have that in common. But honestly, Brian Shaw is probably one of the last great champions of America. And I was glad to see that he took down his picture of the communist Arnold. Nah, screw you, Dutch. Go make another Terminator movie. Rather than Trump. But most of these guys are far too intelligent to get themselves involved in an internet shit-talking contest, which would only leave these two giant babies. Eddie the Beast Hall and Thor from Game of Thrones. Eddie got first place in 2017 and is the winner of several other strongman competitions. But he's a man so self-absorbed that he actually films himself working out, swimming, eating, and probably getting smushed. And if you didn't know, he calls himself the Beast. It's tattooed on his biceps, his truck, all his clothes, and his blender cups. Then there's Thor. Raw! Thor's a super athlete from Iceland and the winner of the 2018 World's Strongest Man. My guess is because Eddie didn't compete that year. Merely speculation. And if this were a tattoo competition, I'd have to give it to Thor for this one. I never understood why someone would get a sentence tattooed on themselves. Can he not remember a sentence or a phrase? It's even backwards when he stares at himself in the mirror. Anyway, at one point, these two were friends. Right up until Eddie's victory. Looks like neither Eddie or Thor were happy with the results that year. Now, I don't know jack squat about the rules and regs, but apparently Thor got a little ambitious with his double dip technique. The judges actually let him slide on 3 reps, but took the last one away. But according to Thor and all his cheerleaders, he was straight robbed of a victory, and griping to the judges that he promised his daughter he would win just wasn't enough for first place. Turns out when you're used to winning and being praised for just basically existing, it diminishes the allure of having to struggle for your victories. It reminds me of the Shaq attack. People worship Shaq, and I'll never know why, because he supports temper tantrums, disrespecting other players, flaunting his wealth, and making fun of people who aren't as beautiful as he is. You ain't got no honor. Damn it, that kid used to look up to you. But whatever. There's more where that came from. And you might be thinking,
well, you're just jealous. You're jealous of their fame and their fortunes.
Honestly, I could be jealous of their money, but I'm never jealous of what they spend it on. And I sure as hell don't want to get recognized everywhere, but these guys tend to swim in that shit. I'm just concerned about the example this bitch fest sets for a younger generation. Like Thor just clearly doesn't know how to lose without acting like he was wronged. And Eddie is all upset because even though he won, things didn't go exactly his way. Is he mad because Thor tried to cheat, or because he didn't kiss his ass proper after he won? Or it could be the fact that Thor attempted to smear Eddie's victory by breaking his deadlift record in the comfort of his own gym. Either way, Eddie still would have won the competition, even if Thor succeeded in his double dipping tactics. But the real ugly truth comes to light in this pre-fight tabletop discussion. Now, I've never had to sit and have a conversation with someone I was about to be in a fight with, so maybe I'm just missing out. What I do know is that Eddie is a man obsessed with this. His high-pitched voice, Undeliberate posture and childish prop gags say everything about the outcome of this fight. He yells at Thor, telling him to calm down and even insinuates his own loss. In total contrast, Thor seems relaxed, confident, and sure of himself. And now it seems like Eddie's claiming himself the victim, as if to imply that Thor put a big dark cloud over his head and tried to ruin his life. I find it fascinating that a man of such strength, athleticism, and mental fortitude would involve himself in an internet shit-talking contest. This all really exemplifies his own fragility. It's almost like Eddie can't control how he feels, the internet does. I wonder which version of Thor lives inside Eddie's head. Maybe it's the mountain from Game of Thrones, or maybe just the skinny dog with AIDS he had to fight in Dubai. Or no, it's probably the zombie Clegane. Yeah, that's it. Now, I'm no professional fighter, but I'm pretty sure you want to protect your vital target areas. Because if Thor's learned anything about boxing, he's gonna see that as an opportunity to start whooping some ass. Oh, crap. Damn, looks like he did his homework. See, people should be confident, even a little cocky sometimes, because you don't get anywhere in life without taking a few risks. But it's important to harness a bit of self-deprecation, because just like Sedrunas, my main man, says, you can't win everything. And no one really cares how you won. They just see a big fat W next to your name. So when you do win, do it with some class, with some dignity. Set the example for others. And if you lose, well, take it like a man. Pick yourself up and start getting ready for the next battle. Don't use your cell phone as a vehicle to be a crybaby. Shack attack!